Fat Five's football season 9 enters week 7. We have another 12 matches available in this week's highlight video. And as we always do, we're going to turn our attention now to the week's lineups for the teams, starting with Parmesan, Belgrade. Captain Martin once again missing and only has 4 players from their core lineup to rely on. But the Commissioner squad, as always, there to be on hand. Stephen Stewart, Michael Paddy, all from the core lineup, with Andrew and Josh coming in from the Commissioner squad to help out the team in second place. Currently, Flaberdeen still stuck at the bottom of the table with a foot forward and potentially a foot back, with only 2 core members available this week. Mainly, their lineup is going to consist of Commissioner players. Doug and Jamie from the main lineup, Josh, Brady, Graham, Lewis and Johnny all coming in from Commissioner to help out. Scrandinavia lineup this week. They are suffering from a number of injuries in their core lineup, with Captain Lewis missing this week again. Ryan, Barry, Mike and Adam all from the main lineup available for them this week, with Connor, Kyle and Aidan stepping in from Commissioners to help booster up their numbers. O.B City have a number of core players unlike previous teams available this week. Captain Willie in attendance this week. Lenny, Nathan, Matthew, Matt and Stevie all in this week. Chopper makes an appearance after game 2 after stepping in for Fatburn Rovers in the opening game due to their captain turning late. Rapid Viennetta next lineup. They have a full complementary lineup of their main players, with Nell, Jack, Gilly returning so far after a period of absence for this season. Lewis, Cal and James all in the lineup as Rapid Viennetta look to try and make themselves a little bit of a gap from the bottom of the table. Fatburn Rovers have a strong lineup this week as they sit pretty at the top of the table. Captain Terry have a fantastic debut captain season, has John, Sean, Stephen, Mitchell and James. Chopper steps in for the opening game due to Terry being late for kick-off at the start of the session. Ivory Toast now, they only have 1 Commissioner squad and then they have 5 from their main lineup available, including their captain Greg. David, Buther, Connor and Liam all available from the main roster of players on the Ivory Toast list, and John coming in for the Commissioner squad to help out number-wise. Bayern Bru, finally, we have the lineup for you. Roscoe missing again this week, but no Commissioner players required for Bayern Bru. Colin, Andrew, Leaps, Stephen, Paul, Taylor and Ash all available this week as Bayern Bru look to battle in that mid-table. And we'll turn our attention to the league table before kicking off. Fatburn Rovers at the top on 40, Parmesan Belgrade second on 34, O.B City on 13 third, Bayern Bru 29 on 4th, Ivory Toast 27th 5th, Scrandinavia 21 and 6th, Rapid Viennetta 16 and 7th and Flaberdeen 8th place with 15 points. Fat Five's opening game sees Ivory Toast versus Bayern Bru. Ivory Toast in yellow shooting left to right and Bayern Bru in purple, and taking the lead in this match through Andrew there. A great early strike to get things started for Bayern Bru. Andrew picks up the ball from his half through the middle of the pitch, then takes that shot from distance, and Greg just left standing there watching the ball go past him, and Bayern Bru strike first and strike early in this match. Already 1-0, and hopefully an indicator of the action that we might have for the rest of the highlights this week. Bayern Bru finding themselves on the defence now. The goal scorer Andrew there with the ball, playing it all the way through to Paul, but Paul can't quite get the touch on it, and Greg's released quickly to Buther. Buther, quick switch over to David on the other side there, and David will look to try and collect that ball. Using the wall to their advantage, Ivory Toast, but yet to find a teammate. They have now with Liam. Liam playing at the ball up to Buther. Buther now trying to cut in back to David, their top goal scorer so far, to Liam though, and Liam hits the back of the net there through the legs of the goalkeeper. Liam, who is on absolute fire last season, still trailing a bit behind David, who has taken the mantle from him this season for Ivory Toast. But he gets a goal there to make it 1-1 and to bring Ivory Toast back into this match. And they're all square now as David comes forward, and David within a matter of seconds there, straight from kickoff, moves Ivory Toast back into the lead in this match. So trailing early on, and Ivory Toast into a winning position there. David adding another goal to his impressive goal scoring records so far this season, battling it out with John from Fatburn Rovers for top goal scorer, or chocolate golden boot as we call it here at Fat Fives. Ivory Toast now on the attack up into the Bayern Bru half there. Coco just getting a break on the ball there, but Paul collects it, takes the shot and just drags it wide of the goal there as Liam clears the ball there for Ivory Toast. No nonsense defending there. But now Andrew, Bayern Bru's opening goal scorer there, tries to get through with the ball, is blocked off Coco with a little flick there, and nobody goes for it there. A bit of a miscommunication there between the Bayern Bru players. The ball's played all the way up to Connor, and Connor will chase that into the dead camera zone. We see this week after week. Unfortunately can't get those corners, but Liam certainly finds the corner of the back of the net there with a great half volley there. The ball bouncing off his left foot, not quite into the corner actually, but it works from a commentator's perspective there. But the ball ends up in the back of the net, and that's all that matters for Ivory Toast and Liam. 3-1 now lead in this match, looking comfortable after going behind early on, as Andrew unfortunately cannot recreate his on-target goal from earlier and kicks it out of the park now. But he comes now with the ball at feet, and the shot there looked like it was going to be from distances charged down. David there, pick up the ball for Ivory Toast, going on a solo run, still going, one-on-one, and he's missed as well, and the slip there, referee says play on, though it did hit his arm, but he's on the floor and they've played on. Can they take advantage by Bayern Bru? Yes, they can, and they will be thankful for the referee's decision there. Ash collecting that ball after David's slip and accidental handball on the floor there, referee playing advantage, and Bayern Bru delighted with that refereeing decision as it's allowed Ash to get forward and get that goal to make it 3-2 and to give Bayern Bru a fighting chance to come back into this game. But they're going to have to defend first off as this ball eventually makes the way back to the goalkeeper. So 3-2 now the score as the ball almost gets past Leaps and goals there, but he rolls it out to Stephen then with a long ball out to Andrew, and the save there from Greg in goals to deny Bayern Bru the opportunity that time to make it an all-square game once again. Liam, ball at feet, looking to find a player, switches it across, does manage to make it to Buther, but the save by Leaps and goals there, and they cannot create anything else out from it there. Stephen's going to chase this down for Bayern Bru though into the corner. He has a defender from Ivory Toast there for company. Stephen twisting and turning, plays it to the middle, and Ash just shoots over the top of the goal. You would think that's a golden opportunity for Bayern Bru to make it all square once again, but it's gone begging as the ball goes all the way up, and it's still out. Oh, Leeds with the touch there, a bit on the edge. Referee giving the benefit of the doubt to the goalkeeper as Bayern Bru look to come forward now. They've got it in front of goals there. Greg with the save, and now David collects that ball, and David looking to go on a run now. David pushing forward. David on the far side. Oh, David with the goal. And that is why he is up there at the top of the goal scoring chances, or sorry, goals scored scoring chart there. Can I get my words together in this case? But David with a great finish there after a solo run, collecting the ball out of pretty much no opportunity there, creating it for himself, and it is 4-2 now in this match. Although David there with the wayward pass after kick-off, but it's collected by his teammates, so no danger there for Ivory Toast. Bayern Bru looking to try and get the ball under control, but Andrew's lost it, and David now will he go himself? He finds a teammate though, hits the shot, and it's saved there by the goalkeeper, and Bayern Bru will breathe a sigh of relief there. 4-2 score line. Bayern Bru need 2 goals now to get back into this as they come forward. Paul with the ball at feet takes the shot, but it's a routine save there for Greg in goals. No danger there for the goalkeeper and for the Ivory Toast captain. David now with ball at feet, looking to play it forward. Looks to find Buther. Looks like he has, but Paul has taken that ball away. Can he collect it before Coco? He does. And Connor then plays all the way back to David. David finding Liam though in a bit of space. Can Liam carve something out of this opportunity? Alex play it back to Buther. Buther with the shot, and Buther with the goal, and that is the 5th goal for Ivory Toast in this match. And looking at what is my advantage point to see how much time is left, that could be the goal that kills off Bayern Bru's chances of coming back into this. 5-2, a 3-goal deficit there for Bayern Bru to overcome it's unlikely as Greg collects the ball there. Question is, though, what will be the scoreline as we enter the last bit of play here? You can see Bayern Bru on the defence now. Taylor trying to get under control. Can't quite. Neither can Coco. Corner has a chance. He chases it into the corner. Referee raises the whistle. 5-2. Final score to Ivory Coast. Game number 2, week 7, Fat Fives football season 9 sees O.B City versus Fatburn Rovers. O.B City in black shooting left to right, and Fatburn Rovers in green shooting right to left. Fatburn Rovers currently sitting at the top of the league, will be looking to extend their lead further this week by getting maximum points if they can. As a ball ends up on the pitch in the background there, a shot there on target by Fatburn Rovers, but unfortunately interrupted by the ball from the other pitch there. Willie now losing the ball out to John, and now Fatburn Rovers have a chance to come forward. John with a shot, and a good save there by Stevie. Gets both hands on it and stops it from creeping past him, potentially through the legs. O.B City on the defence. Stevie with the ball at feet, though, give him a bit of respite. A long ball up for Matthew to chase, and he chases it into the corners. Tries to use the wall there. Matt doesn't quite make connection with the ball, and now Fatburn Rovers can come forward through John. John flicking that out, but Willie intercepts, but it's bounced off a teammate. Oh, and Matthew with a shot from distance there, as it looked like Willie's clearance there was going to actually be detrimental to them. It's come out as a huge advantage. Good chest block there from Matthew. No hand used there. And what a volley on the first time there. That's impeccable from him from distance. Unbelievable stuff there from Matthew. And O.B City go into a bit of a surprise lead, you have to say, where they've been a bit pegged back by Fatburn Rovers. Matthew's stunning volley there has put them in the lead, but not for long, as ex-captain James there on the edge of the box after Sean drags that ball across the goalkeeper's box there. James standing on the edge there, just behind Willie, gets a nice touch on the ball to put it past Stevie in goal. Simple finish, but it will do the job for Fatburn Rovers. So we are back to a score line that is level. 1-1 score draw now is the current status of the game, as John picks up the ball. John now looking to try and get past a few players. James with another opportunity and another, but he can't quite put them away like he did for Fatburn Rovers' opening goal. Chopper now on the pitch. As said in the introduction, Chopper stepped in for this match as Terry, captain for Fatburn Rovers, wasn't able to arrive on time for kick-off, but does appear in later matches, so Chopper making a guest appearance there. And apologies for talking over a bit of action there. Stephen almost dropping the ball into the back of the net, of his own net, but is able to get there, as James just hits wide of the goal post there. Good opportunity for Fatburn Rovers, going begging once again. And the scoreline remains at 1-1. And there's the ball cleared up there by Nathan, and Mitchell's intercepted. Mitchell through on the goalkeeper, and Stevie manages to get not only the save, but the safe hands on the ball to stop it again, almost bouncing through his legs. And still no more goals in this game, but an opportunity now for O.B City. It's been interrupted though. Fatburn Rovers elect to play it back to the goalkeeper Stephen. It's a bad clearance. Matthew with a chance, but Stephen collects it there. Quick through it to John. A bit of panic there, but John's now through on his own. John shoots, and John scores with a solo run there after a bit of a panic clearance there from Stephen, you have to say, with Matthew creeping down. Although it has to be said, the players do need to give goalkeepers a bit of distance to get the ball out when it's in their box, especially when it's been collected. But matter not, John took that ball, ran almost the length of the whole pitch, and got a shot away to make it 2-1 in this match to Fatburn Rovers, who are now leading after trailing early on in this game. So O.B City need to come back into this match if they're going to salvage anything from it now. John dancing on the ball, playing it out to Sean. Sean looks to play into Chopper. Chopper with a touch, looks to take the shot. Good save there by Stevie, denies Chopper a chance to contribute to the team he's on loan to in this match. Willie collecting the ball now in the middle of the pitch, has Sean there for company. Now Chopper's picked up. Chopper with the shot, and another saved by Stevie. Two opportunities there for Choppy, denied by the goalkeeping of Stevie there, as John collects the ball in the middle of the pitch. Willie there for company. John still has the ball. John plays it out to Sean. Sean, can he get the shot away? And it's all the way into the middle of the box, and John can't quite. The back heel to John, no, but unfortunately can't get a shot away there either. And it remains 2-1 Fatburn Rovers. Nathan playing it through to Matthew. Matthew edges the ball, dances past Chopper, and the save there for Steve. Stephen makes a save, and Lenny's deemed to be in the box there, but he shot high anyway but it wouldn't have counted due to the referee's call for being in the box. So Stephen playing it out again to Sean. Header there from Jameson, nursed it down. There's a shout for handball, but cannot see it from this angle here, but the referee waves play on. Matthew going forward now. Matthew still with the ball. Matthew plays it to Lenny, and Lenny, it's not Lenny, it's an own goal actually. Incredible there, Matthew running with the ball. Chopper there for company, plays it through to Lenny, and James there. Unfortunately, it looked like Lenny's right foot had got the touch on it, but it's actually James's left foot, and it's an own goal. Disaster striking for Fatburn Rovers there. It looked like they were comfortable in the game. Maybe a bit of distraction with that handball shout anyway, but it's just the cruelty of football. And we enter the last bit of play. You can see there in the bottom corner of your screen, the referee looking at his watch, which means the whistle is going to be arriving shortly. O.B City may get one chance to throw this forward to try and nick this win away from Fatburn Rovers, which will be detrimental for them this week. As the ball goes all the way through, Chopper picks up in goals. The referee blows for full time. 2-2 final score. Game number 3, week 7, Fat Fives football season 9 sees Parmesan Belgrade versus Flaberdeen. Parmesan Belgrade in white shooting left to right, and Flaberdeen in blue shooting right to left. I think I was a bit thrown off by the rhyming of white and right earlier on there. Tried to think of something clever for Flaberdeen, but blue doesn't rhyme with much in terms of directional play there, so I'll just stick to the football on screen as Johnny picks up the ball for Flaberdeen. Johnny to the middle of the pitch to Josh. Josh there, Michael, that great tackle there, plays it to the Stephen. Stephen with a shot, and it trickles into the back of the net past Lewis in goals there for Flaberdeen. Michael with a great tackle there to win the ball against Josh for Flaberdeen there, and Stephen there with the touch to put it in to the back of net to make it 1-0 to Parmesan. And we have the opening goal in this game early on, maybe a signal for things to come. Just a note for viewers, we have 2 Joshes on the pitch right now. Josh for Parmesan Belgrade. In fact, both of them on the left hand side of your screen there. Josh in blue for Flaberdeen and Josh in white for Parmesan Belgrade, for those who may have an interest in such things. The ball now on the other side is being picked up by Graham there. Graham with the shot. Sorry, that was Johnny with the shot at the goalkeeper there, and then Doug tried to head the ball towards the goalkeeper there, but is unsuccessful, getting some power on it there. Josh now with the ball, collecting it for Parmesan Belgrade, then back to Andrew in goals. Andrew looking to get things restarted, plays it through to Paddy. Paddy now looking for some options. Stephen moving into a bit of space there. Oh, it's a lovely pass to Stephen. Shrugs off the challenge there from Doug and slammed it into the back of the net for the second goal there. A great, very clever pass there from Paddy, as Stephen just stands well and holds off the challenge there from Doug. It's a fair standing there. Doug obviously learning that you cannot move that man Stephen when he is on the ball, as many others have figured out in weeks beforehand. And the scoreline reads 2-0 now to Parmesan Belgrade, as Doug has the ball on the opposite side, looking to try and get past Josh for Parmesan Belgrade there. Jamie now looks to play through, blocked by Paddy, eventually going through. Josh for Flaberdeen. Yes, he gets the goal. Josh there, big credit for jumping on that opportunity straight away there. Jamie trying to get that ball on target, definitely with the shot, and then a bit of a kind of unexpected output there as it trickles on towards the edge of the Parmesan Belgrade box. Josh jumps on that, I was going to say lashes, but jumps on that opportunity there to get the shot away, and does so to make it 2-1 as Lewis in goals for Flaberdeen, making the save there. Now Parmesan Belgrade looking to come forward once again with Stephen with a shot, but unlike his earlier goals, his shot is high and wide of Lewis's goal, and he will collect that very safely there. Rolls out quickly towards Graham now. Graham looking to link up there with Jamie. Does so. Looked like he hadn't there, but he does so now. What will Jamie do? Will he shoot? He plays it back to Graham. Graham with a shot, and Graham gets a goal there for Flaberdeen in this match. Great little play there between Jamie and Graham there. Jamie playing it back to Graham, and Graham taking that shot past the on-rushing Stewart and past Andrew in goals to give Flaberdeen their second goal of the match, and to make this all square once again. Flaberdeen completing the comeback in this match, but still a lot of minutes available to be played in this game. Hopefully it's not the end of the action, as Michael just shoots a little bit high and wide of the goals there, and Lewis will be happy to see that go past. Quick ball up to Jamie, up in the Parmesan Belgrade half. Jamie back to Doug, but it's been lost there, and Michael just walks into that possession, but unfortunately can't get to the power behind his shot there, and Lewis will collect that for Flaberdeen. So the scoreline remains at 2-2 here, as Andrew looking to play it to Stewart. Stewart now, lovely little back heel there, but then Brady intercepts it and plays it all the way back to Lewis, who will collect. Paddy and Josh, nice little battle there. Paddy comes off better though by using the board, but unfortunately can't get his shot on target, and Lewis will collect, as we have a quick substitution happening here for both teams, for Flaberdeen and for Parmesan Belgrade. Stewart coming off for Parmesan Belgrade, Doug coming off for Flaberdeen, Johnny coming on for Flaberdeen, and once eventually I could see the player there, it is Josh back on the pitch for Parmesan Belgrade. And we get things underway again. Graham playing that ball up, but it's been lost by Brady. Paddy through on goal, and Paddy punishes Flaberdeen after waiting a while there for the game to restart. Paddy gets the opportunity quickly after the restart due to some bad ball control there, and punishes Flaberdeen for it. Unfortunately for them, Paddy getting on the score sheet now for Parmesan Belgrade, and the scoreline is now 3-2. Flaberdeen will have to come back into this match quickly, unless they're going to make things harder for themselves, you would think, considering how much time is left in this game and the attacking force available for Parmesan Belgrade. Great block there by Josh, but unfortunately just tries to murder the ball and smashes it over the top of the goal there. But a great block there from him, and he's received the pass once again from Paddy, but he's into the camera dead zone, and we're unable to see what's going on there, as the ball looks like it's about to come out of this corner. Looks like Josh still has the possession for Parmesan Belgrade. Still has it there. Nice little play, but it's intercepted and rolls all the way back to Stephen. Stephen takes a touch away from Brady. Oh, and a finish there by Stephen from distance after the ball got trapped in the corner for a while there. The ball eventually rolls all the way to Stephen, who just takes a touch to get away from the onrushing Brady, and then just smashes that, and it goes into the bottom corner there. Lewis unable to get a leg or a hand on that to stop that shot, and it's a fourth goal for Parmesan Belgrade. And quickly after the kickoff here, the ball has been moved over possession wise, and Stewart now on the score sheet for Parmesan Belgrade. An absolute sucker punch there from Parmesan Belgrade against Flaberdeen. The ball rolling it to Stewart. Stewart on rushing into the corner there, and then just slots it past Lewis in goals. I think Lewis has read that shot all wrong there and just watches it roll past them. 5-2 in the blink of an eye. This game is starting to run away from Flaberdeen, and as I mentioned, when that third goal went in, Flaberdeen would have had to come back into this game very quickly in order to stop Parmesan Belgrade from running away with it, and it could be heading in that direction, though. Flaberdeen with the ball at feet now. Josh looking to get forward, plays it through to Johnny. Josh now, he plays it back. Plays it back to Johnny now, and Stewart has the ball. There was an opportunity to play in Michael there, but Stewart hasn't taken it, but he didn't need him. He's done it all on his own there. He's played that ball forward and slotted it into the bottom corner there. Josh for Flaberdeen back there, but that's not enough to stop Stewart getting the shot away. Lewis can't see much in order to react quick enough for it, and it is 6-2 now in this game. When it was tight and level early on, this game has started to run away, and the ball's with Stephen now, and you've got to think he's putting this away for sure. He has not, incredibly. One of them, the goalkeeper there, and Lewis pulls out a brilliant save to stop Stephen from getting a fourth in this match. So 6-2. The score line remains. You would have put your house on him sticking it in the back of the net, but credit to Lewis for that brilliant goalkeeping save there. Flaberdeen on the attack, but the ball ends up into the hands of Andrew there to calm things down for Parmesan Belgrade. Andrew telling the players to make a run for him. He hasn't got much choices, and he was about to get the warning from the referee to release the ball there, but does so just before. Paddy now on the run. Paddy with a shot! And the shot from distance means it's number 7 now for Parmesan Belgrade, who appear to be taking some pot shots now from distance. But it's a great hit there from Paddy, and unfortunately for Lewis, he just cannot get his legs there to make the block, and the ball goes past him. So 7-2 in this match. Johnny coming forward, adjusts, it's wide, Doug with a chance, but the heavy touch does not help him there in front of the goals. Stephen now to Paddy. It's Parmesan Belgrade moving this forward very quickly. Paddy from distance there. Paddy with another goal from distance, and now the scoreline reads 8-2. This is turning into a bit of a turkey shoot here, as Paddy once again from a similar distance as before hits it through a ruckus of bodies. Lewis is unable to react in time, and the 8th goes into the back of the net, and Paddy's intercepted the ball there, has the opportunity, plays into the middle, and Stewart's there for number 9. And Flaberdeen, this game has just completely ran away from them here. Incredible turnaround. It's almost been a game of two halves if you actually look at the length of the highlights of this video. Incredible stuff. The referee calls for full time. 9-2 the final score. Game number 4 of week 7 sees Scrandinavia versus Rapid Viennetta. Scrandinavia in red shooting left to right, and Rapid Viennetta in orange shooting right to left. Early on there, Commissioner player Connor just dribbling that ball back to the Scrandinavian goalkeeper to make sure it ends up in friendly hands. And James there with the early save for Rapid Viennetta. A nice dramatic save that's ended up onto the highlights. He'll be delighted with that. A quick restart from the play here as the ball goes all the way back to Barry in goals for Scandinavia. Looking to play it out to Connor. Connor now, nice little touch there. Looking to get past Jack, has done so, and he's continued going himself. Can he score here? Yes, he does. Instant impact by the on-loan Commissioner player making his debut this week. Nice little run in there, manages to get past Gilly there in the Rapid Viennetta defence, and then into the bottom corner past James to get us the opening goal here for Scrandinavia. 1-0 to them in this match. They're looking to pick up as many points as they can, sitting just above Rapid Viennetta, but in a bit of a sorry state after last season's dizzying heights and walking away with the championship title. So they'll be happy with getting the 3 points in this game against tight opponents, as Mike with a shot there just hits wide, and then Gilly will collect for Rapid Viennetta in the back. Gilly back after a lengthy period of absence, and he'll be looking to make an impact for Rapid Viennetta this week as he keeps on driving forward on his own. Through to Jack now. Jack the shot, great save by Barry. Second attempt doesn't amount to anything there, unfortunately, for Rapid Viennetta and Jack, as Gilly takes an opportunity now, bounces there, it comes back out. Is it around the goalkeeper? Great save there by Barry. It looked dead certain there for Gilly to just slot it past the goalkeeper as he was already committing to the save, but manages to pull out a brilliant reflex block there as Adam's shot there is saved by James, and the ball eventually is stuck into the netting there, and the game will reset. Kyle now, nice little roll away there from Cal, and Kyle on the far side looking to find Connor through and goal, and inches away there from making it 2 to Scrandinavia, you feel there. Although the camera angle here can be a little bit deceiving with that, but definitely close, you could tell from the action. As Niall now with the opportunity, blocked by Kyle, and Adam now with the opportunity, and if he looked up, he would have seen the onrushing Connor there that he could have played to, but he used his instinct there to try and get the shot away. Connor now collecting that ball, lovely little touch, and there's Ryan in the middle, Ryan with the shot, great block there by Cal, and then Niall has the opportunity to feed in to Lewis. Lewis now takes a shot, and Lewis with the goal there, and it is worked out superbly for Rapid Viennetta there. The one end of the pitch, their captain making the vital block there. Niall then taking that opportunity to collect that ball, does so, finds Lewis, and they're back into this game. Rapid Viennetta from defence to attack, a fluid and effective movement there from the team. So it's 1-1 in this game now as Connor comes forward, and Connor hits the bar now after going just wide earlier. 2 opportunities just going inches past there that would allow Scandinavia to take control of this game once again as Mike intercepts there, and there's a shout for in the box, and the referee has pointed to say it is. We'll have a quick look at this. I think the shout might be there for in the box. It's very, very tight there. Very tight between them there. Could be that secondary touch there from Mike, though, if his foot had gone into the box and made contact with the ball. But either way, referee has made the penalty call. And a save there from Scrandinavia. They will feel that they've had some form of justice. I'm not convinced. I think there's probably a call in there from the ref, but it hasn't changed the scoreline either way, as Niles collected the ball there, and the ball just goes wide of the mark there. Wins it again, but unfortunately doesn't create anything from it there. Gilly now winning that ball, takes it away from Aidan, now loose opportunity, Aidan intercepts, and oh no, Aidan's gone through the box, and the referee's going to give the penalty for going through the box there. It has to be given. We do have some cases where you can go into the box as the defending team, but Aidan's intention is clearly to take that ball, and the penalty is given by the referee. Gilly steps up, and cruelly as well, it bounces off Barry and goal. Rapid Viennetta have their second. Barry with a good save there, but the spin on the ball just went into the corner there. You could see there it just spins and trickles in, and any more it could have hit that post and stayed out there. Penalty, definitely the right call from the referee there. Scrandinavia, probably not much to complain about, especially since the earlier penalty was saved. And so it's 2-1 now to Rapid Viennetta. The table has turned in this game, and Scrandinavia find themselves having to come back. James there with a great save. The ball bounces off the crossbar, and it stayed out. You can see James on the line of the goal there, and the ball not passing him there. So an easy call from the referee there to use James as the marker for the line. As the ball comes all the way out to Jack now. Jack looking to play in the middle to Aidan, and Niall there, and Niall just hits it high. And there is the full-time whistle, 2-1 to Rapid Viennetta. Match number 5 of week 7 sees O.B City versus Scrandinavia. O.B City in black shooting left to right. Scrandinavia in red shooting right to left. Scrandinavia on the defence right now with Barry looking to get things started from the Scrandinavia goals as Adam tries to tell the teammates to go up as Kyle gets a shot away just off the backboard there from the initial strike, but no opportunity on the second chance there as Matt looks to play it back to Stevie now. Stephen looking to push forward there, and Barry makes the save there against the shot. Aidan trying to get in front of Lenny there, but Lenny still going. Lenny now with the ball at feet into the dead camera area as Stevie gets the shot, and Barry makes the save to keep the score line 0-0 so far. Ball played through to Kyle, all the way back to Adam. Adam runs on it there, and Matthew with the good save there with the foot there to deny him that opportunity. A little note there, you can see just about midway there, we've got Chopper on field now after switching from Fatburn Rovers as Barry makes a save there from Stevie's shot, and Chopper will go chase that into the corner there. So now Scandinavia up onto the O.B City half of the pitch. Connor now collects the ball, he's cutting inside, he gets the shot, and a good save there from Matthew. Connor gets in front of Chopper there, but it can't get the ball on target there. Kyle now ball at feet, looking to find Connor once again. Connor making things happen for Scandinavia, cuts inside, takes the shot, another good save there from Matthew. Ryan with the follow up there, and the save once again denied. Matthew is standing in goals there, making another save and takes it off the line there as we currently have Adam in the background shouting instructions to Scandinavia. Apologies if picking anything up from the mic is getting a little bit confusing with my commentary here. As Matthew makes another save against Connor there and collects it calmly. Nathan now has the opportunity to get forward. Nathan, but he's lost the ball there to Connor. Good tackle there. Connor now, will he take the shot? He does! And it's through the legs of the goalkeeper there. Chopper tried to come across and make the block there. The little shake of the head there from Nathan. I think he was expecting the free kick, but it looked clean there. Chopper tries to get across. The ball goes under his foot there through the legs of Matthew, and it is 1-0 to Scrandinavia in this match. Chopper almost losing the ball there, has the opportunity to collect those. Connor comes across to try and block, and Chopper can't get it past Connor, and Connor's going to go through on goals as Chopper gets across there, cuts him back, and the save from Matthew then eventually goes all the way back to the goalkeeper there. A bit of a risky situation for O.B City. Scandinavia just shoot wide there from Adam, who is now moved from sideline commentator and assistant manager giving tactics to now on player on the pitch there. Adam now with the ball at feet looking to come forward, has options, takes the long shot. Matthew with the save, Ryan on rushing there in space but cannot get a shot away on the second opportunity. Ball currently on the left hand side into the dead cam zone there, as Adam there tries to get the shot away. Header from Chopper there, battling there with Connor. Connor comes out on top though. Connor going past Nathan there into the corner, eventually comes out on top with the ball there, and the touch, and it's an own goal there from Willie. Unfortunately, it looked like Aidan might have got a touch on the ball there, but I think it's Willie that gets it there. Yeah, you can see it looks like Aidan almost gets the touch, but it's actually Willie who touches the ball there, and it might actually hit off of Willie's foot after Aidan hits it initially, but it's gone down as an own goal there against Willie, unfortunately for O.B City, as the referee gives the free kick to O.B City there. So 2-0 now to Scrandinavia in a bit of an unorthodox sort of way, you have to say, with that own goal, as Matthew looks to get the ball up to Lenny, but the ball is intercepted there. And now Ryan on the run with the ball. Ryan still coming forward, gets past Willie, still going. Chopper with the touch though to stop that ball with any sort of pace, challenging the goalkeeper. The ball goes all the way through to Willie. Willie the back heel, but now Aidan's collected for Scrandinavia, and Scrandinavia have a third there. Unfortunately, Willie there trying to play, I think, a back heel maybe onto the unrushing Chopper, but Adam intercepts there. Aidan with a great first touch to take it away from Lenny, and a great finish there to get himself a goal in this game. And it is 3-0 now to Scrandinavia in this match. They are looking comfortable and in control here. O.B City really struggling to get much threat onto the goalkeeper outside of the opening moments of this game. Matthew will receive the ball in goals, looks to play it long. Stevie will get the end of it there. Great touch by Stevie, and the shot there saved by Barry. I was going to say it was a bit of a weak shot, but actually Barry's hand there made a great save, as it could have slowly trickled into the bottom corner there from Stevie. Unfortunately for him, it didn't. Barry with a save once again against Willie, and Adam will just let that go back to the goalkeeper for safekeeping. Connor now looks to win out against Stevie in a race there, but unable to. Nathan playing that to Willie. Willie now with the shot. Nathan with the touch. Oh, and that almost took the ball into the bottom corner there, and maybe just that little bit of luck for O.B City is the main difference between them and Scrandinavia tonight. But they are currently trailing by 3 goals, and time is running out. Will Scrandinavia walk away with a clean sheet here today, as Mike has the ball loose over there? Yes, they will. Referee blows full time. 3-0 Scrandinavia. Game number 6 sees Flaberdeen versus Ivory Toast. Flaberdeen in blue shooting from left to right. Ivory Toast in yellow shooting from right to left, as the ball is picked up by Ivory Toast early on in this match, and they look to get forward here. David, after being played the ball from John, plays it back to John. John now back to David, going back and forth here. David the shot, and it's saved by Lewis, and goals for Flaberdeen. And Flaberdeen will get a chance to recollect themselves and try and organise themselves to go forward here. Flaberdeen, the ball going across the goal line there. Eventually it's picked up by Brady here. Now it's played back all the way up to Jamie. Now Jamie, lovely turn there. Jamie through on, and Jamie finishes there. Brilliant goal by Jamie there. Fantastic little dink through the legs there, and then he's away past Boother, one-on-one with the goalkeeper Greg, and slots it into the bottom corner. Jamie will be delighted with that goal. I know for a fact, because he's already messaged asking if we make sure it's in the highlights. It definitely is in there, Jamie, in all its splendour. So 1-0 to Flaberdeen is the scoreline just now, as Ivory Toast back on to the defensive side of things just now. Ivory Toast looking to get forward. A long ball played all the way up, and then eventually the ball is picked up by Brady. Brady with a shot. Good save there by Greg. Flaberdeen now playing at the back. Graham, ball at feet, looking to flick it across to Brady. Brady collects that ball on the far side and then goes back to Lewis for safety. Graham collects the ball once again. He's got David there, who plays it back to the goalkeeper to try and get restarted. A long ball all the way up, almost makes it to Jamie, but Liam has it. Nice little touch there from Liam, taking the ball down. Oh, a brilliant finish there by Liam after that ball is up in the air there. ball comes down, Liam watching it, takes a bit of touch, maybe a wee bit heavy, but it seems to roll into an expert position for him and throws it into the back of the net there with a nice crest finish and placed. So 1-1 the score line now with 2 impressive goals to get this game underway. Johnny looking to play that ball up to Josh and back to the middle, but nobody there for Flaberdeen to collect the ball, and Ivory Toast will accept the possession back. Ivory Toast coming forward now with John taking that shot and just dragging it slightly wide there. Connor looks to pick up, almost does, but Graham plays it all the way back to the goalkeeper to get things restarted for Flaberdeen. Lewis now looking for a player, rolls it out to Johnny. Johnny now, there's an on-rush of Josh there. Josh through on, and Josh slots it away to make it 2-1 now to Flaberdeen. A brilliantly coordinated attack there from the Commissioner players. A lovely through ball by Johnny to find the on-rushing Josh, and Josh slots it past Greg after Greg came to the Edge's box to make the save. So 2-1 now to Flaberdeen. The team currently at the bottom of the table, and they will be delighted to be in a position to be picking up some vital points in this match. Ivory Toast now on the defence, looking to play it out to John. John to Boother, all the way back into the line in front of the goal. John now looking to go forward, and it's intercepted there by Graham, and now Flaberdeen come forward. Johnny getting the ball from Josh. Johnny gets the goal, and it's 3-1 to Flaberdeen now. Another great move here from Flaberdeen, another great combination from Josh and Johnny. Johnny making that run, Josh playing that ball into the path of Johnny there, and Johnny shooting it into the far side of the goal, away from the outstretched hands of Greg there. And Flaberdeen now taking control of this game. They're in the driving position now to try and pick up the 3 points. So Ivory Toast coming through here. Liam nicks that ball away, but it's collected by Josh. Josh takes that all the way back to his defensive line and then goes back to the goalkeeper there. Lewis looking to play it out, but it's intercepted here by John. John now onto the run, rushing ball. He's got to pass Johnny, and he gets the goal. John gets Ivory Toast back into this match once again. A poor clearance there, you have to say, from the goalkeeper Lewis, and he is being punished by John, who intercepted that pass. 3-2 now the score, with only a 1 goal difference between the teams. There's every opportunity for Ivory Toast to get right back into this match or maybe get something out of it, and Flaberdeen will be absolutely gutted after being in such a good position earlier on in this match to be picking up vital points. Though Johnny picks up the ball after Doug intercepted. Johnny now through and goal, and right into, I thought it was into the face of the goalkeeper, but he's got his hands on it as well. And that's a brilliant save from Greg and goal there, not only to stop the shot, but to actually collect it as well. Graham now battling with David. Graham comes out on top. Graham with the shot. And once again, Greg with the hands out there making the vital save for Ivory Toast. Jamie now coming forward. Now you can't say Flaberdeen have not had their chances. They've been coming forward several times now as Graham comes forward himself to Jamie. Jamie can't quite make the connection. And an absolute brilliant chance there for Flaberdeen to go into a further lead and possibly secure the points. It's gone begging, but Johnny now with another option. Greg there once again keeping Ivory Toast in this match. You have to say, with a 1 goal difference, there's every chance for Ivory Toast to get a draw out of this. If they went 2 goals behind, it would be more tricky, which is stating the obvious. However, it would open up the chance for Flaberdeen to continue pushing forward, you would feel. So it's been vital that Greg's kept them in, as Flaberdeen just passes ball along the back, and then eventually the ball out is poor, and there's an opportunity taken by David and Connor there, and out of nowhere Ivory Toast are back into this. Lewis tried to clear that ball once again, poor clearance. Connor lets that ball bounce off him there and the interception, and David takes it first time into the bottom corner, and Flaberdeen have went from a position of control, looking like they were the more attacking team, and now it's all square in this game. David now, can he nick it here? No, eventually the ball, it's stopped out by Lewis from crossing the line, and it stays at 3-3. This has been an incredible turnaround by Ivory Toast. Big credit to their players for jumping on the opportunities, but also big credit to Greg, who pulls off another save there. As we go into the final bit of play, Josh now with the shot. Greg collects with the hands, plays it out to corner there. Referee blows full time. 3-3 final score. Game number 7 of week 7 sees Bayern Bru versus Fatburn Rovers. Bayern Bru in purple shooting left to right, and Fatburn Rovers in green shooting right to left. And a note for viewers who have watched the earlier matches, Terry now on the pitch and available for Fatburn Rovers, which led to Chopper moving to O.B City. So John now in front of the goals with an early opportunity here, hitting the post, I think. Might have just gone wide, but I think it was inches away from hitting into the back of the net there. So John with the early threat there against Bayern Bru, but unable to convert as he comes forward once again. There's the run there by Mitchell. Mitchell's touch there, not clean enough. Taylor now has the ball for Bayern Bru. Out to Stephen. Stephen pushing forward now. Past Sean, past Terry, past the goalkeeper, and in the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Bayern Bru. And they have taken a bit of a shock lead in this match. Stephen there pushing forward well, keeping both defenders away from him and getting the shot away. I say shock lead just with the consideration of where Fatburn Rovers are at the top of the table and the fact that John early on there almost had the ball in the back of the net. So 1-0 to Bayern Bru, and you can see all their players back in defence trying to hold on to this lead for a while as Sean for Fatburn Rovers on the other side there looks to try and get the ball away, though two Bayern Bru players closing them down, and the ball's been won by Bayern Bru, and the save there from James denying Stephen from getting another goal there as the ball's been intercepted. Now Terry will pick up, switch it over to Sean, Sean to John, back to Sean, Sean with the shot, and it's saved there. Stephen gets that ball away. Coco there tries to get the ball also well, but the tackles come flying in and the possession is lost. Terry to John, Terry, John with the goal there, getting a bit mixed up there, but it's John there. Terry plays it to John. John has leaps and Stephen there closing down on him, and then John gets that shot away through the legs of Ash in goals, unfortunately for Bayern Bru and Ash, and that makes it 1-1 in this game. And Fatburn Rovers have got to go past Bayern Bru. I was going to say Bayern Bru behind here. Both sentences work, but decided to elect for the Fatburn Rovers. Anyway, back into the action now, and the ball currently into the dead zone there, but the ball comes out, and now Stephen collects for Fatburn Rovers. Can he get the goal? And it just goes wide of the goal mouth there, and unfortunately for Stephen, not getting a goal this time. Mitchell intercepts the ball away from Stephen for Bayern Bru. Mitchell plays it across and Sean can't quite get on it there. Andrew looked to collect that ball for Bayern Bru. The ball currently into the camera dead zone up the Fatburn Rovers half as Stephen now battling there with Mitchell. Stephen plays it back into the middle for Taylor, but the ball's gone past him and Taylor looks to collect now. Nice little back heel to Paul, but unfortunately can't get under control, and John is away with it now, and John plays it through to Mitchell. Mitchell with only Andrew and the goalkeeper. Good save there by the goalkeeper, and John gets it on the second opportunity there, unfortunately for the Bayern Bru goalkeeper. A good stop there against Mitchell. The ball bounces out the box, and then John's the first to it and gets the shot away there on the second opportunity, and Fatburn Rovers now go 2-1 in the lead. Bayern Bru coming forward though, Andrew with a shot, and James in goals is called upon for Fatburn Rovers to stop Bayern Bru getting back into this game once again. Long ball played up there, and Paul and Sean on the far side will race for it. Paul being the victor, but Sean's picked up on the second bounce. It's still there on the edge of the box. John gets the shot away there, and the goalkeeper saves, and Paul makes sure it goes back to the goalkeeper. Andrew now, nice little back here out there to Stephen, but unfortunately Sean comes across and wins it for Fatburn Rovers. And will they get another opportunity here? Sean playing it across to Stephen on the far side. Stephen runs over to get the ball at his feet. He's got it still up against Taylor, uses the ball, plays it back to John. John on the turn. John still has the ball. Will he take the shot? Stands on the ball and plays it all the way back to James in goal. Slow build up here from Fatburn Rovers, not forcing the opportunity as they play it through to Sean. Sean plays it to the John. John with a shot, and there is the third, and Fatburn Rovers are taking full control of this match. Sean there, nice little ball into the path of the onrushing John, and then John by the edge of the box gets it past the goalkeeper, which you would expect giving the goal scoring prowess of John this season. So 3-1, and John with the hat-trick there as the ball's being nicked away there as John goes on a solo run, plays it through to Stephen. Stephen, will he get his shot away? He does this time, and he gets the goal, and look at the cheers there. Look at the excitement from his teammates there. John plays that into Stephen. Stephen, who's not known for his goals here on Fatburn Rovers, finally has got a goal in this match after his earlier opportunity denied there. Hands up in the air, in delight. John and Stephen there. High fives all round. Great to see the enthusiasm there for the individual successes that are here at Fat Fives Football. But on the bigger scale, here is 4-1 to Fatburn Rovers, and they are starting to pull away here from Bayern Bru as the ball ends up into the hands of the Fatburn Rovers goalkeeper. Mitchell coming forward now, only has Paul in front of him to stop him there. Now has Taylor, and he looks to elect to play it to Sean. Sean down to Stephen. Stephen now, will he get another shot away after earlier celebration? But he looks to play the ball to Mitchell. Oh, it's a great pass and use of the wall there by Stephen. That goal has given him the confidence now, and you can see it paying off there. Takes a nice little turn away from Paul, bounces off the wall, and then Mitchell there, great first time hit to put it into the back of the net, and it's 5-1 now to Fatburn Rovers, and it looks like they have taken full control of this match now as Bayern Bru look to get forward. There's a call from the referee there. I think the foul against John potentially, but the ball comes back to Taylor now. It looks like we have played on anyway. Not sure what's been elected here. It might be advantage after the whistle potentially. And Andrew now has the ball at feet, looking to go forward. Actually, I thought he was going to play it to Paul, but it hasn't quite gone there, and Stephen will collect there. Stephen now with the touch away, but it hasn't. Oh, it does actually. It makes it all the way through to Andrew, but eventually now it's lost to Stephen for Fatburn Rovers, and Mitchell looks to get things started. Ball up to Sean, and then John takes away from Stephen there. It's intercepted though. Andrew now careened down, and Andrew gets the goal there for Bayern Bru after a passage of hot potato with the ball there. Eventually is intercepted by Stephen for Bayern Bru. Andrew picks up the loose ball, runs in on goal, and gets the ball in the back of the net to make it 5-2 now in this game. Sean quickly playing it out to Terry. Can Terry get a shot away here? It's a save there from Ash in goals, and that stops any opportunity happening there. There's now Mitchell coming through. Mitchell with the back heel, and a save there, and there's a shout for handball. It looks like it's just accidental. There's nothing to react to, although some shouts there potentially. I'm not quite sure, but nothing given anyway. And I can't quite see what the Fatburn Rovers player was shouting about with the Bayern Bru touches there. But we carry on as the ball goes all the way through. Mitchell not quite aware of where the ball is, and he would have had a golden opportunity if he'd picked that up. Andrew now for Bayern Bru coming forward. Andrew skips past a couple of players, but can't quite make it all the way through, and John collects, gives it over to Sean, back to John. John now, edge of the box. John with the 6th goal for Fatburn Rovers. And you have to think that is the end of any opportunity of Bayern Bru coming back into this game. I'm really getting my name mixed up in this match between the two teams. Bayern Bru look like this is going to be an opportunity missed for getting any point against the league leaders. Fatburn Rovers, after being behind earlier in this match, have got themselves in a very comfortable position now, 4 goals ahead. Question will be, what will the full-time score be? Will we see any more goals in this game as Stephen has the ball? Oh, and he hits the post, and that would have been the cherry on top for an absolutely classic game for Stephen. A goal, an assist, and 2 goals of that gone in and an assist. That would have been absolutely brilliant for him. As Mitchell's shots are saved by Ash in goals. It would be brilliant for him, but no for Bayern Bru. As John wins the ball there, Taylor just riding the tackle there. Coco's won the ball, now through to Andrew, through to Taylor. Can Taylor get a goal here? Oh, and he just skims the bar there. That would have been, to be honest, for the individual stories of Stephen and Taylor, that would have been absolutely brilliant for both of them to be able to get a goal each in this match, but unable to as Stephen comes back onto the pitch and things will get underway again. Terry intercepts that ball, played up long. Taylor comes across to try and block, but eventually the ball is bounced off the boards, and Mitchell will pick up now. Mitchell, long ball over to Stephen. Stephen takes that into the corner. Could be a bit of a tactic here to just try and kill a bit of time. And the referee blows for full time. 6-2, the final score here. Game number 8 sees Rapid Viennetta versus Parmesan Belgrade. Rapid Viennetta in orange shooting left to right, and Parmesan Belgrade in white shooting right to left. Early on, the ball in with Rapid Viennetta in their defence, but quickly up with Parmesan Belgrade in their half of the pitch. Paddy there, nice little touch to get past Gilly. Paddy through and goal, and a save there from James, and the ball just trickles past the post but stays in the goalkeeper's box to deny Paddy the opportunity for a second chance on goal, as Andrew in goals for Parmesan Belgrade steps back a little bit, but eventually collects that ball in his hands and allows him to get started once again. Paddy coming forward up against Gilly. Paddy now with the shot, and Paddy gets it in the back of the net. There's some lovely footwork there from Paddy. You can see here some step overs here to bamboozle Gilly. Doesn't quite bamboozle him there, but it's the shot that is the main feature of that goal as it goes past James in goal to make it 1-0 to Parmesan Belgrade in this match, as Rapid Viennetta quickly head up to the other end of the pitch, but the shot there is saved by Andrew and into the hands of the goalkeeper there. Cal looks to play it all the way up to the onrush now, but it's intercepted by Stuart, and Stuart tries to go past Jack, but Jack does well to stand up for the move, and Cal's shot is closed down there by Stephen, unfortunately for him there. Good hit, but Stephen comes across with some good defensive blockage there. Ball switched over to Jack, and now Jack's running through, finds, I think it's Lewis there on the other side, and Lewis's shot just hits the backboard there. And Parmesan Belgrade will look to restart from the goalkeeper once again. Short roll out to Stephen. Stephen switches it over there to Stuart. Stuart looking for somebody to play to. Eventually finds into the path of Paddy. Paddy through. Paddy with another goal. And that is 2-0 to Parmesan Belgrade in this match. Definitely pushing on here. Great little pass there to find the on-rushing Paddy. And then Paddy slots it into the back of the net to give him the second goal and to give his team a second goal in this game. 2-0 to Parmesan Belgrade, the scoreline here, as Lewis's shot is blocked there by Stephen. Stephen pushing forward, Parmesan Belgrade, and the shot saved by James there. So not the opportunity that is converted this time. Gilly collects the ball for Rapid. Gilly there up against Josh. And the shot there saved by Andrew as it is tipped wide of the goal there to deny a goal for Gilly there. And Parmesan Belgrade will look to start from their keeper once again. Stephen, ball at feet, looks to play it. Stuart now on the ball, looking to find a teammate. Finds Josh there. Josh looking to find someone to play to. Plays it through to Paddy. Paddy now on the move forward. What's he going to do here? Is he going to use a teammate? Stuart's made the run. Looks to play it through, but doesn't quite make it there. Gilly now. Gilly coming forward. Gilly past the tackle there of Paddy. Out wide to Jack. Jack takes the shot. Jack with the goal there. And it is now 2-1 in this game. Parmesan looked like they were going to be going forward and getting themselves an opportunity there on target, but Gilly intercepted it there and then played it out to Jack, and Jack the fine finish near the inside post there past Andrew, who will be frustrated that that ball has gone into his inside post, but unfortunately it has for them, and it is now 2-1 in this match as Michael gets up into the Rapid Viennetta half as he looks to try and get the ball moving once again. Gilly coming forward now once again after that great setup for the goal into the middle of the pitch there, and Andrew makes the save there to deny Gilly a chance to take Rapid Viennetta to a level score line in this match. Josh looking to play it forward, but Cal's intercepted. Cal through to Gilly. Gilly the turn. Andrew with the save there. Cal tries to get there, does actually get there, but unfortunately cannot get the opportunity away there. Lewis winning that ball on the far side. Rapid Viennetta hungry now. Coming forward. Stuart, great little touch to take that away from Cal. And eventually Stephen there. Oh, and it bounced off of Gilly, and Andrew there with some great reflexes to deny that ball going into the back of the net. No time at all to react to that after it bounced off a Gilly and it didn't go in, as James makes a save there against Michael for Parmesan Belgrade. Paddy winning the ball against Gilly now. Paddy still coming forward, rides the jumper jack pass, another one, and the goal's in there, and you can see the release of just absolute joy there from Paddy after riding all those tackles and those blocks there, and then gets the goal there, and you'll watch Paddy there just throws the arm up in the air there in relief that that's hitting the back of the net, and it's now 3-1 for Parmesan Belgrade. Rapid Viennetta still in this game though, as Gilly there riding the tackles there from Michael, still has the ball in possession, but eventually it is turned over there. Stephen winning the ball against Gilly, almost there, but Gilly, lovely touch, takes that away from Stuart there, and now Gilly's pushing forward, not much options though, and the ball just goes wide, and Rapid Viennetta there not giving much options to Gilly as he rode forward there, forced to take the shot, but it just rolls wide of the goal. Rapid Viennetta starting from the back now. Cal receives the ball from his goalkeeper there, looking to play it forward, plays it through to Niall. Niall now plays it through to Lewis. Lewis there, only one person in front of him there, takes the shot. Oh, and it's bounced off of Stephen, and it's gone in the net there, unfortunately, for Parmesan Belgrade there. Great shot there from Lewis, but it bounces there just off the arm of Stephen and goes in the back of the net there. Goal credited to Lewis there, even though it bounced off of Stephen, mainly just because his arm was just making the block, but wasn't actually a blocking action there to take it away from the goal line. So 3-2 now the scoreline, but we're into the final few moments of the game as Lewis gets an opportunity here and he kicks it over the top there. Unbelievable from Lewis, the opportunity to try and get this game all squared there. The referee's looking at the watch, decides that's enough. 3-2 final score to Parmesan Belgrade. Game number 9 of week 7 sees Rapid Viennetta versus Ivory Toast. Rapid Viennetta in green shooting left to right, and Ivory Toast in yellow shooting right to left. Early on here, we've got Ivory Toast pushing forward into the Rapid Viennetta half, but it is saved there by Lewis and goals. Now Gilly, and given the freedom to run forward. Greg there with a save for Ivory Toast to deny Gilly the chance early on there for getting the opening goal. Gilly, ball at feet right in front of his own box there. Long ball up to Jack. Jack, lovely touch there. Absolutely brilliant with a shot. And unfortunately, he does not get the just rewards of the goal after fantastic touch from that long pass there from Gilly. Ball bounces off the backboards there, but it eventually goes back to Greg in goal. So Ivory Toast restarting the play here as David, nice little run through, finds Connor. Connor tries to get past Gilly, does so David, and there's the finish there from Ivory Toast. Brilliant little touch there from Connor through the legs of Gilly there. It's got a nice spin on that just takes it away. And then David sticks it through the legs of Lewis and goals as well. 2 nutmegs there for the opening goal. Brilliant goal from Ivory Toast, and they will have enjoyed that very much. Lovely bit of skill shown there from both Connor and the goal scorer David. So 1-0 to Ivory Toast in this match, and currently Liam on the other side with a burst of pace, getting away there from Gilly, looking to find Boother. Boother now turns, takes the shot, and the block there from Nell. David now the second opportunity, but unable to make anything from that there. Connor plays the ball across to Boother now. Boother, ball at feet, looks to go forward rather than go backwards, although he's been stopped by Niall, and all the way back to Greg in goals here. Greg looking to get things restarted for his team. The captain, long ball forward. It's a bad ball. Gilly's collected it. Gilly on the far side. Will he take a shot from there, or will he look to play it into the middle? Looks to play it in the middle to Niall. Niall, the shot. And there is the goal. 1-1 in this match now. Brilliant team play there between Gilly and Niall. Gilly seeing the gap in the middle of the pitch there, and Niall run onto it there on the inside of the right foot, just slotting it into the bottom corner there against Greg in goals. And Rapid Viennetta back into this match rapidly, you would have to say. I apologise for the pun. Ivory Toast now coming forward, and the goal just wide there. The shot just wide of the goal there, sorry, as Rapid Viennetta coming forward now, but Greg makes the save there quickly, plays it out to Connor. Connor back to David now. Ivory Toast building up an opportunity here, but the long shot from David just goes straight to the goalkeeper, and Lewis will play it out to Gilly in a bit of space on the far side of the pitch. Gilly with a shot. Oh, and it's went through the hands of Greg, unfortunately, and it is a second goal for Rapid Viennetta. It looked like that might have been a bit of a routine save there for Greg, but it slipped through the hands and into the back of the net there, and it is 2-1 to Rapid Viennetta now. Very Toast looking to try and get back into this match. Boother there with control there. It looked like it did hit his chest, but just from the angle for it may have looked like it hit his arm, but definitely hit his chest there. As Connor looks to collect for Ivory Toast on the far side into the middle of the pitch for Boother. Cal will get that. Boother's got it again though. Boother coming forward, almost trips over the ball. James stops the attack there, and Boother will just hit that into the hands of the goalkeeper. Gilly in space. Gilly with the chest, takes it down, flicks it over the top. Brilliant finish there by Gilly, and it's now 3-1 in this match, and Gilly has proved absolute vital in this match with the sort of quality that has been missing from Rapid Viennetta Viennetta over the last couple of weeks, and they've now extended their lead to 2 goals now. 3-1 the scoreline as we get things underway once again. Brilliant standpoint for Rapid Viennetta. These could be vital points if they can see this game out. There is plenty of time still left in this game as we continue forward. Bit of a camera angle changed here because somebody decided it would be fun to smash the camera with the ball. Luckily enough, our action cameras are quite durable, and it is just the connection point that has just moved a bit here, although it might be seen as a slightly better angle as we're a little bit more level pitch wise here. David with the shot, and it's saved there by Lewis in goals, and there denies an opportunity to get another goal in this game. And now we've got Niall on the far side looking to play the ball into the middle to Jack. Now Jack with a nice little turn, Jack with a shot, and he's just inches away from the goal line there as Cal plays that ball out away from David. Now Jack with the ball looking to play it back to Cal, but David picked it up for Ivory Toast, and David just hits it over the bar there, unfortunately for him and Ivory Toast. Jack now ball at feet. He's got John in front of him to try and nick the ball away from there. Looks to play it to Gilly, but it's intercepted. And Jack with a header to David. David now out to Liam. Can get the ball out of his feet? He does so. He's past Jack again. Saved there from the goalkeeper. David now. David with a third chance, and it goes in the back of the net this time. Liam there initially with the shot, the save there by Lewis. David first to react, and then it's saved by Lewis once again. Eventually the ball comes out on the box onto the edge of it, and David just skips the ball past the goalkeeper there to make it 3-2 in this match. As the score line stands, James coming forward there, but Connor gets a touch on the ball to stop him from coming forward, but he does get the shot away, and Greg with the save there. It has been an action-packed game with goalkeepers being called from both sides as Nels collected the ball there very cleverly there as he went across the front of the box there, but eventually Jack's shot is collected by Greg and brings it under control there. Rapid Viennetta though still holding on to a slender lead as Gilly looks to get the ball from Nell there, plays out to Jack. Jack now looks to take the shot, and Greg with the save once again in this match. And now the ball's into our dead camera zone on the right hand there. It will eventually come out, but depends who is going to have possession. This time it's hard to tell. It is Rapid Viennetta, but they've lost it now to Ivory Toast as Liam plays it to David. David pushing forward now. David, he takes the shot. Oh, it's ricocheted off of Gilly, and that is the equaliser, and Ivory Toast have completed the comeback in this game. Liam playing that out to David. David in the middle of the pitch there, looks to take the shot, and then Gilly tries to make the block, and it takes a little nick off him and takes it away from the goalkeeper. And unfortunately for Rapid Viennetta, their lead is completely gone in this match. David proving the vital player for Ivory Toast in this game as Cal made a bit of space for him, but he couldn't quite get a strong enough shot. Just with the flick of the foot there wasn't enough to get past Greg in goals there. Now Ivory Toast pushing forward. Could they steal the lead? There is not long left in this match, but can they get forward to steal it? James gets all the way back to keeper, and Lewis throws it out. Gilly, nice little control there, get a little space away from Connor, but he's on the far side of the goal. He's going to need some help here. Plays it back to Jack. Jack with a shot, and it's gone in! And Jack there might have just sealed the 3 points for Rapid Viennetta. The 3 points they thought they had a long time ago in this game, but it almost slipped away from them through the legs of Greg in goals there. And Ivory Toast absolutely gutted with mere moments left of this game. Referee looking at the clock there, and it must be any moment now that the whistle goes. It is 4-3 to Rapid Viennetta. Game number 10, week 7, Fat 5 football season 9 sees Bayern Bru versus Flaberdeen. Bayern Bru in purple shooting left to right, and Flaberdeen in blue shooting right to left as the ball comes all the way near the camera there, but eventually cleared away by Johnny for Flaberdeen. So Bayern Bru on the defence now after Flaberdeen pushing forward there. Paul's got the ball, and it's just hit the outside of the goals there, ricocheting off the woodwork, denying Bayern Bru an early chance there. Johnny coming forward, tried to pirouette it around Andrew, but unable to. Leaps now with opportunity, leaps through on through, and it doesn't go in, although Lewis there with a frantic clearance as he couldn't quite get his hands on it there. Coco for Bayern Bru electing to play it back to his goalkeeper there as Leaps comes forward once again. Lewis collects this one with a little bit more ease and less panic as he did beforehand. Still no goals in this match. Opportunities for both sides though here. Maybe a little bit more majority to Bayern Bru. They might have a little bit more of the momentum right now as Andrew looks to get past Jamie. Does so, past Johnny, almost past Doug. Actually he is. He's collected his own ball there, past two, plays it to Paul. Paul with a finish there. Brilliant play there. Full credit to Andrew for a fantastic run there past multiple players, and then the ball goes between the gap of them there on the edge of the box, and Paul just slots her in the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Bayern Bru in this game. Fantastic run there by Andrew and a great finish applied by Paul, and Bayern Bru have the advantage in this match. Flaberdeen though looking to pick up the loose ball as Doug gets on the end of it there. A little bit of confusion there with Jamie, and eventually the ball is lost there. Brady now playing it all the way up to Jamie, but Jamie can't quite get on the end of that ball, and it's cleared away by Stephen in goals pretty quickly there as Leeds plays it back to Paul, and it goes all the way back to Stephen once again in goals. Stephen plays it forward. Johnny's intercepted though. Johnny, will he go himself for playing Jamie? Finds Jamie. Jamie with a finish, and it is 1-1 quickly in this game, and Bayern Bru are punished for a poor goalkeeping clearance there as Johnny almost looked like he was going to move into that space himself. He looks into the corner of his eye, finds Jamie, and Jamie slots that ball in the back of the net past the goalkeeper to make it 1-1 very quickly in this game. Flaberdeen way back into this, and Josh picks up the ball almost straight after kick-off there. No whistle from the referee there, so play on there as Paul comes forward, and the save by Lewis to deny Paul to put Bayern Bru in the lead there. Remains 1-1 as Andrew here's picked up the ball. Andrew with a shot. Oh, and that looked like that was going to go through the legs of Lewis into the back of the net, but luckily enough, he managed to keep the ball in between his legs there and deny the opportunity. Jamie coming forward now, plays it to Johnny. Johnny's heavy touch though goes straight to Taylor, and Taylor's opportunity to play in Andrew if he can see him. He uses the ball. He does find Andrew though. Andrew in the corner on Russian Paul. Does he use him? Does. And Paul from the tight angle does get the ball in the back of the net there. I think Flaberdeen thought for a second they had maybe averted the opportunity there as Paul goes to the back post there. Really tight, but gets it in off the post there, and it is 2-1 in this match to Bayern Bru, and they've put themselves back in the driving seat once again. Johnny trying to play that ball through, but it's intercepted. Now Coco's picked up. Now Coco could go on a run here. Coco tries to play it past Johnny, but Johnny there just stands his ground and the ball bounces off him. Johnny now playing it out to Graham here. Graham looking to play down the line to Josh. Josh now, a little bit of juggling, finds Johnny. Oh my lord, what a goal that would have been if he pulled that off. Might have been the slowest overhead kick you've seen in your life, but it would have been spectacular nonetheless. Paul now for Bayern Bru coming forward, plays it to Andrew. Andrew with a shot, good save there by Lewis, and eventually between Josh and Lewis, the ball ends up in the Flaberdeen goalkeeper's hands there. So no goals for a wee bit now. The scoreline still remaining a 2-1, but a chance there for Graham, and he can't quite get it on. The second by Josh, and neither can be converted, and that would have got Flaberdeen right back into this at 2-0, but the scoreline remains at 2-1 to Bayern Bru. Although Johnny has a chance there, but it rolls harmlessly towards the goalkeeper. Stephen struggling to get the ball into his goalkeeping gloves there, but eventually the chances go. Paul looking to switch it up to Andrew. A bit of a danger there, right in the middle of the box. Johnny now with the opportunity, and a save there from Stephen. Brilliant reactionary save there as Johnny looked like he was going to hit the back of the net with that chance. Taylor intercepts that pass, and Andrew can get on the end of it. He does so. Andrew bearing down on goals. He shoots. Save there from Lewis, and it stays out of the goals. The ball comes across the Bayern Bru box as Bayern Bru look to come forward now. Andrew slowing things down a bit, letting the runs happen here. Andrew going himself, plays it to Taylor. Taylor with the shot. Oh, inches away from a goal there for Taylor, but the ball is still alive now into the middle of the box. Andrew in front of goals. Will he go himself? Plays it to Coco, and Coco gets the goal there, and a celebration with the face mask celebration there. You can tell he's a fan of somebody. Andrew plays that ball to Coco. Coco slots it past the goalkeeper there, and there is the celebration there that he shows for the camera. 3-1 to Bayern Bru in this game. Flaberdeen still not out, but they probably need to get a goal sooner rather than later to avoid Bayern Bru extending their lead there. Graham can't quite get that ball under control. Andrew nicks it away, but Johnny collects it now and out to Jamie. Jamie now pushing forward. Jamie past Taylor. Jamie keeps going. Jamie with a shot. Oh my word, what a save there from Stephen. Looks like he almost stopped that from going over the line with his foot there. Might be in his back foot. Unorthodox goalkeeping, but it has done the job for Bayern Bru. And Flaberdeen looked to venture forward, but eventually it is saved there. And now Bayern Bru coming forward with Leaps. Leaps got time and space. Leaps with the shot. Leaps with the goal. 4-1 now to Bayern Bru. You would think they have sewn up this game now. I don't think there was much clear communication between Leaps and Coco there. I think Coco thought it was being left for him, but Leaps took it on himself, pushed forward and got the shot away and gets the 4th goal for Bayern Bru in this match. 4-1 the scoreline now, as on the far side, Dugdale looking to find Brady. Brady now takes that ball and tries to push forward with it. Josh, ball into the Bayern Bru half. Graham with a shot. Great stop there by Andrew with the back foot there. Graham still going though, and the goalkeeper there out to the edge of the box making the save to deny the opportunity there. This match still ongoing. A very action-packed game here with the highlights. Josh playing it through to Brady. Brady now through and goal. Another save by Stephen. Big credit to Stephen in goals here for Bayern Bru. He's literally almost won them the game single-handedly with the amount of saves he's done. But of course, credit needs to go to the goal scorers. One of them there, Leaps, just shooting wide of the goal, and Lewis collecting that ball. Referees looking at his watch, which is normally an indicator that this game is getting close to an end here, as Graham comes forward, goes to collect the ball after being intercepted. Referees looking at the watch, and the whistle goes. 4-1, final score to Bayern Bru. Game number 11 of Week 7 Fat Fives football sees O.B City versus Parmesan Belgrade. O.B City in black shooting left to right and having that early chance for Stevie just go past the post, and Parmesan Belgrade in white shooting right to left. And that save there from Chopper, had no idea where that ball was going as it just bounced just wide of the goals, thankfully for O.B City there. Parmesan Belgrade coming forward now. Paddy pushing forward there with a shot and the save from Chopper in goals there with the foot as the ball is played out to Matthew from Stevie. Matthew coming forward now, finds Matt, out to Stevie. Stevie now playing that ball across the goal. Matthew with a shot and just hits the woodwork there. The frame of the goal denying O.B City the chance to go in front early on. As the ball bobbles about, Stevie still has it, plays through to Matt. Matt now hits over the post and Paddy looks to come forward for Parmesan, but Stevie wins that ball. Willie now shoots from distance and Michael eventually calms things down by getting 2 strong hands on the ball there. So Matthew with the ball now for O.B City looks to play it back to Willie. Willie has been interrupted there by Josh with interception there, and Paddy plays it all the way back to Michael in goal. It's just a note, Michael's obviously wearing a black jumper, so apologise for any confusion, but Michael does stay in the goals for the match, and so that doesn't cause any confusions there, hopefully. There's certainly no confusions on the pitch there between the black tops and the white tops. So Parmesan Belgrade defending now, the ball all the way back to Chopper, and Chopper will look to get things going for O.B City. Willie now in time and space takes a shot from distance. He's just by the side of the goal, and it's Matthew there with the goal, the opening goal in this match. The shot there from Willie, shooting from distance there. It looked like as if Michael was going to get a hand on it, but was unable to in the end. And then fortunately for O.B City and Matthew, the ball bounces off the backboard, lands at the feet of Matthew, and he gets the opening goal in this match for O.B City. So it's 1-0 to O.B City as Parmesan looked to come forward there and hit back instantly, but were unable to there. Nathan playing it to Stevie now at a 1-2 to play back to him. He's got it in the dead camera zone there as it looks to come out here. Nathan still with possession, finds Stevie there, and Stevie hits the crossbar, and Michael accepts that ball coming straight back at him with 2 strong hands. They are still 1-0 to O.B City in this match as Paddy is round Willie there. Paddy going on through. Paddy just shoots wide of the goal there and is unable to get the score back to level score there. Michael looking to get things underway now, rolls it out to Stephen. Stephen now has Matt there with a bit of pressure on him. Stephen rolls that away, Stephen takes it all the way down, holds off Matt there. Stephen still has the ball. Back heel there through the Paddy, and Paddy with the goal for Parmesan at Belgrade. Smashes that into the back of the net there. Great play there from Stephen, holding off Matt there. Matt does go in the box, but obviously it's because of Stephen's strength, so he's not punished by it. And Stephen with a great back heel across the box there, and Chopper can't get across to make any block on it. And Parmesan Belgrade have the goal that brings them back into this match as Paddy looks to play that ball down the line, but unfortunately the referee gets in the way there, and the play will restart with Michael in goals here, seeing as Parmesan Belgrade were the last to have the ball in possession when it hit off the referee. Good ball through to Stephen though. Stephen has it. Stephen looking to find Paddy once again. Paddy with a shot, and it's in! And the frustration there on Chopper's face, you can see there. Great play here. Stephen holds that ball off. Willie tries to make the block there, unable to. Nathan comes across, and Paddy first time into that tiny angle there. You can see Chopper slapping that post in frustration, being beat by his near post. And it's 2-1. The Parmesan not behind for long. Well, behind for a little bit, but quickly going into the lead after getting that equalising goal as Nathan just hits wide of the Parmesan Belgrade goal there. Parmesan Belgrade still defending though at this point as O.B City looking to push forward, but eventually they get it back to their goalkeeper, Parmesan Belgrade. And the roll out to Stephen. Stephen here on the run. Chopper out quickly to the edge of his box, makes a save there to deny Stephen the opportunity to put his team further in the lead. So still remains 2-1 in this match. Just the slender goal lead so far in this game. Willie picks the ball for O.B City, takes a shot, but it's deflected. Lenny now has it, but it's cleared away there by Stuart and goes all the way back there. Nathan tries to play back to goalkeeper, but Stephen intercepts. Now Nathan's coming forward. Nathan still keeps going. Nathan plays it out to Willie. Willie with a shot. Willie with the goal, and it is 2-2. We are back to level score here. Brilliant run by Nathan. Takes it away from that corner after the opportunity of it bouncing off of Stephen when it was in the O.B City corner there. Lifts head, sees Willie there, and Willie with the finish there. But again, credit to Nathan for that run. Impeccable stuff there as that just opened up for him fully, and he managed to play the pass at the right time there. Parmesan Belgrade trying to win the ball here with a good block, but eventually it goes all the way through to Willie standing in front of goal there. Willie looking for a free kick, I think. Not sure the particular reasons why. He feels he's been fouled though as Paddy plays up to Stephen. Stephen through and on goal, plays it across, and the referee is not giving the goal. Incredibly there. We have a look at this. It looks like as if he's calling it for in the box. It's very, very hard to see there, but I think he's called it as Stuart in the box there. Might have been tight. It might have been very, very tight indeed, but the referee has made the call anyway. And now O.B City have scored through Lenny, and you wonder, are Parmesan Belgrade still a little bit distracted from the frustration of that goal being chopped off there? That not quite awake in this scenario, although it looks like the ball bounces off of Stuart there, and it might have just thrown Michael off in goal. But in either case, Parmesan Belgrade trailing by a goal in this match. O.B City be delighted that when it looked like they were about to go behind, that they found themselves in front now. Parmesan Belgrade will be wanting to push forward to get some recompense for that there. Paddy on the turn. Paddy's away. Paddy takes a shot now, and the save, I think, from Chopper might have just been high and wide there, but the goalkeeper out quickly to try and make the save there. Lenny picks the ball, plays it through to Willie. Willie with a heavy touch though. Stephen with a shot, and it bounces off of Willie. And now Willie has the opportunity here. No one's came close to him there, but the shot is blocked. Nathan now with an opportunity. Can he get a goal here? Looks to go through the players. It's been intercepted though. Stephen picks it up for Parmesan. Lets that roll across him to Paddy. Paddy now, powerful shot, and it's in. And Parmesan Belgrade get the goal they probably feel they should have had earlier, as Stephen there lets that ball run across him well there, and Paddy there with the shot. Chopper tries to dive down, but he's too slow to get down to make the block, and Paddy gets the goal to complete his hat-trick there. So 3-3 in this match. Lead has exchanged hands several times there as Willie is forced to play that back to Chopper in goals. And now they look to get forward. O.B City with the ball played out by Chopper to Matthew. Nice little turn. He's passed to now. Can he plays it across to Nathan? Nathan cuts in the middle. Can Nathan get the shot away? Stuart there with a brilliant block there to aid his goalkeeper, and Michael able to see that ball go wide. Chopper eventually collects that ball, looks to play it quickly out to Matthew. Matthew going forward, 2 on 2. He's got Willie for support. Matthew pass one. Michael with the touch, and that's enough to take that ball away from goal. Brilliant goalkeeping there from Michael. Willie now has the ball after getting it from Stevie. Willie's into the corner now, and we can't quite see, but Stevie's now got the ball as it comes out. Oh, and another great save from Michael, and the follow-up there couldn't hit the target either. Michael keeping Parmesan Belgrade in this game as O.B City continue to push forward. And they've got the ball once again through to Matt. Can Matt finish this? Save from Michael. Brilliant stuff from the goalkeeper there as the ball bobbles about. Eventually gets into the box. Full time here. 3-3 final score. Final game of Week 7, Season 9 Fat Fives football sees Fatburn Rovers versus Scrandinavia. Fatburn Rovers in green shooting left to right, Scrandinavia in red shooting right to left with an early opportunity there going to the commissioner player corner, but just shooting wide. Mitchell trying to find ex-captain James, but the ball is intercepted there. Barry collecting that ball after the shot from James, almost slipping through his legs there, but managed to get it under control. Plays out to Kyle. Kyle to Ryan now. Ryan on the far side. Intercepted by Terry though, and Fatburn Rovers have a chance, but Mike comes across and stops those opportunities happening. Ryan plays out to Connor. Connor with the shot. Connor with the early goal here. The man who has made the impact for Scrandinavia this week with another goal, another vital goal for them early on in this game. Ryan playing a great pass into him there and a good shot from distance into the bottom corner. Makes it 1-0 to Scrandinavia here, and the league leaders will have to fight their way into this match here. So the ball played up to James there, looks to go back to Stephen, and Stephen thereafter earlier recording a brilliant goal for himself and the team in one of the earlier matches. Unable to recreate it here. The ball out to Ryan there, but it is lost, and Mitchell has the ball in feet looking to get forward now. Mitchell long ball up to James there, and James will have to go chase that into the dead camera zone corner, but it comes in the middle there, and Terry gets a touch, and that is the equalising goal for Fatburn Rovers in this game. An unorthodox finish, you have to say there. He does touch the ball outside of the box there. At least it's deemed from the referee's standpoint that it is anyway, and the goal has been counted. It ricocheted off his, I think it's shin there, but he won't care. It's a goal. Fatburn Rovers up right back into this game. 1-1. The ball lands to Stephen. Can Stephen get the shot away? Ryan comes across and makes it harder for him, and he's unable to get the shot away now. Scrandinavia may have an opportunity, but the ball's gone through the legs of Kyle here. Connor's collected it though for Scrandinavia, so the chance might still be there. Connor past Terry. He's asking Kyle to run, and it hasn't happened quite yet, but the ball, it hits off the backboard. Sean loses track of it, and Ryan's the first to react to it there. Strike there by Connor, just bounced off the backboard, then off the post. Sean unsure of where that ball is, and then Ryan gets it in front of Terry. Brilliant finish there by Ryan from distance. Managed to keep that bouncing ball on the volley down underneath the crossbar, and it's 2-1 to Scrandinavia. Scrandinavia, who will be looking for some vital points in this match after a disappointing, well, they picked up a win in the last game, so they have got some points on the board, but it's been a disappointing last couple of weeks for them anyway. They'll be looking to maximise as much points as possible as Barry gets down with the save there. Mike's pass back there, a little bit too powerful maybe, but Barry either way gets his hands on the ball and is able to hold on to it. Ryan now with the ball up against the camera, up against Mitchell now, and Connor loses the ball there but collects it again. He can't quite get it out of his feet. Nice little play, but it goes all the way through to Kyle. Kyle the shot now and is off the backboard. Terry has no idea either. Unfortunately enough, the ball bounces over the goals to go behind. That could have been a second goal lost due to confusion after bouncing off the backboard there from the Fatburn Rovers keepers, but it did not happen this time, and they were safe from it as the ball switches over to this side of the pitch, and Aidan there with the ball, and it just goes wide of the goal there. Now Sean for Fatburn Rovers receiving the ball. He has got lots of Scandinavia players, need some help, but James are coming through. James keeps going. James with the goal. The help was there in the form of James. Sean looked up, saw the help there. Nice touch touch there from James, gets past Ryan, and then just gets that past Barry. I thought he dinked it, but I think it was a bit of a standard shot, and it's just went through the gap as Barry went down for the save, unfortunately for him. So it's 2-2 in this game. Scrandinavia's lead has been taken away once again, and it is a score level draw here at 2-2. James coming forward now for Fatburn Rovers, sees Mitchell on the run but likes to go all the way through to John but doesn't quite make it. Adam with a shot but drags the shot wide there as Aidan comes across to win that ball. Mitchell looks to play it in the middle. Kyle there up against John. A little bit of maybe an argy-bargy there. John, I think, maybe looked for the free kick but not given. And the ball's now gone all the way through to John though, and John gets the goal there. Well, you have to say, if the referee had not elected to play on there, John would not have had the chance to get that shot away. So they should be thanking the referee, in all honesty there. But great finish there by John. Massive slice of luck for Fatburn Rovers there as that ball bounced around their box, and then the ball played over the top to find John in space was inch perfect for John to finish, and it's 3-2 now to Fatburn Rovers in this match. John almost having another opportunity there in front of the Scrandinavia goals, but unfortunately just could not get it under control there. Scrandinavia coming forward, corner playing it out to Aidan now. Aidan, but the shot is saved there by Terry, and James gets it all the way back to the goalkeeper and his captain Sean, looking to play it through to Mitchell. Mitchell, tight angle though, and he's into the dead camera corner now as we look for the ball to come out. Mitchell has it there, plays it to James. James in the middle of the pitch, will he shoot from distance? He does. It bounces away though, good save by Barry, and is into the far corner, but the pass back to the keeper not good enough. John still has it. John into Sean, and Sean with the goal there. Corners pass back to the goalkeeper off the wall, not strong enough there. It bounced off the board. John right there to collect it as it bounced off, looks up and unselfishly passes it to Sean. John had every right to take that shot, but decided to play in his teammate, who rewards the unselfish act from John with a goal for the team. So 4-2 here in this match. Fatburn Rovers starting to make a little bit of a comfortable lead for themselves as the ball goes into that bottom corner once again. James, they're just backing off from Aidan, giving him a little bit of space to collect that ball. You could have thought James might have been better stepping forward to intercept that, but John has intercepted that away from Adam on the far side. John still with the ball. John takes a shot. John with the goal there, and it is now 5-2 to Fatburn Rovers in this game. John with another goal to his name. That will do him the world of good for the golden chocolate boot that he is contesting for this season there at the top, and he gets it in the back of the net to make it 5-2 as Scrandinavia look to get things underway again in this match, but they are now trailing by 3 goals after having an impressive start to this game, finding themselves behind, and will need to pull themselves together in order to try and get anything out of this match. It might be a long shot as John's shot just goes wide of the goal. As I was saying, it might be a long shot for Scrandinavia, but they still have ample opportunities. Adam there, nice little turn away, great ball through the corner with the shot, and it's gone in there over the feet of Terry in goal. And I'm laughing because you can hear Adam shouting that he wants his name down for the assist there, and to be fair, it is a brilliant assist off the wall there, and Terry can't quite get his feet together in order to get them planted and to block that shot going in. Connor with his second goal of the game. The Scandinavia now down to only 2 goals behind, but Fatburn Rovers threatening here, but the ball's lost. Connor, can he complete his hat-trick here? Yes, he does. He completes his hat-trick. The man making his debut this week on loan from the commissioner squad for Scandinavia. 5-4 now, and it is only 1 goal difference, and Fatburn Rovers, who looked completely comfortable earlier on in this match with a 3-goal lead, their 3 points are now under threat in this match, and you have to say big credit to Connor for that, but Scandinavia deserve a massive amount of credit for continuing to fight on despite being the 3 goals down. Remember, these are our last games of this evening of the recordings. These guys will be tired after playing multiple games already. And now Scrandinavia have to defend well here, otherwise they could find themselves losing all that hard work. But there is not much time left. They have the ball now and they've got to push forward, but that's going to go all the way into the Fatburn Rovers half. John will collect that easily. Look to just kill a bit of time there. Whistle goes. Final score 5-4 to Fatburn Rovers. Confirmation of Week 7's final scores, including that blockbuster 9-2 opening match for Parmesan, Belgrade, and the Fatburn Rovers Scrandinavia battle in the last of our matches. Looking at the league table now, Fatburn Rovers still top on 47, Parmesan Belgrade second 41, O.B City and Bayern Bru both on 32, Ivory toast on 31, Scrandinavia on 24, Rapid Viennetta on 22, and Flaberdeen at the bottom still on 16 points. Fat Fives are delighted to offer sponsorship opportunities for local, national and international businesses. If you'd like to find out more about sponsorship opportunities, go to our website at fatfives.football/sponsor. Fat Fives football player registration is open and we're accepting new players to the league. Please head to our website fatfives.football to find the player registration form on our homepage. Don't forget to like and subscribe to make sure that you're notified of all the highlights for this upcoming season.